Rider. Everybody's doing well today. Do you have a theme for your bike? Do you have, I'm sure you guys have some add-ons to your bike as far as the Willie G stuff and things like that. You guys know I do. I have Willie G. If you watch my channel, you know I do have Willie G on my bike. Actually, give me a moment. I'll be right back with you. All right, let's check her out. So, you guys know that I go with the Willie G theme. So, I started up here. We have the grips, Willie G. Down here we have the horn cover. Sorry about the focus. Willie G. We have shift rod, Willie G. Shifter, Willie G. Derby cover, Willie G. Passenger floorboard, rider floorboard. We have the Willie G on the fender skirt there and on the axle nut. And wow, there goes my knees. Anyway, also we have, of course, Willie G on the opposite side on the floorboards and passenger floorboard, of course, and the timing cover and the brake pedal. Now, the only thing we don't have Willie G on right now is the highway picks, which we'll be doing that soon. So that's what I went with. Is it too much? Is there too much Willie G on the bike? Or is that just perfect? At first I thought, well, maybe it is a little too much. Maybe I went over the top. But I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, everybody has their own unique style. And that's the one great thing about Harley is you can do so many different things to them. When it comes to the Jap bikes, like, you know, you guys know I have a Vulcan. When it comes to the Jap bikes, I mean, there's really not much you can do to it. I mean, when I got this one, I did replace these on each side of the air filter covers. I mean, only because to me they were a little faded. They really weren't that bad, but, you know, I like them to be perfect if I can. Other than that, did change where it has a 6-speed on the other side. Not 6-speed, but 6 gears, I'm sorry. And changed that cover, badge, whatever you want to call it. But really, there's not much you can do to a Jap bike. At least, I don't think so. Now, when it comes to Harley, which this Road King Standard, it has a classic look. I love the way it looks. I did, as you guys know, add the trunk. And I did, as you guys know, if you watch my channel, I did add the bat wing. And no, I'm not trying to make my bike look different or look like any other bike. Yes, I'm trying to make it look different, but not like any other bike. I'm trying to give it my style. Now, I do like the Road Glide, and I was really thinking about buying one. I almost did this past summer. Told you guys about that on a previous video. But they're just so high priced. I mean, I think now in 2023, the Road Glide Special is going for over $30,000. And that's before your tax, title, crate fees, prep fees. I mean, there's so many fees, and you're probably looking going up, like we discussed before on this channel, and not too many videos back, up to upwards of $35,000. But the cool thing about Harley, and this has the 107, the cool thing about Harley is, you know, you can go up 3 stages on this Harley. You know, you can go up 3 stages. And yeah, it's going to cost you. But say you buy a Road King like this, a 107, and you want to upgrade, you can do that. You can upgrade that motor. Whereas the Vulcan over there, yeah, there's really not much you can do to that. That I know of, and I've rode Jap bikes, and you guys know this, for many, many years before I had my first Harley. But yeah, I mean, you can go up in stages. But I do also recommend that if you're going out to buy a bike, new bike this year, and this is just my opinion, if you want the 114, go for it. If you want the special, go for it. You know, if you want the Road Glide special, the Road King special, whatever you want, don't settle. Like I said, yeah, you can go up in stages on this bike, and you can pay less for it. But to be honest with you, say this is at $22,000, the Road King standard, and but when it's all said and done, you get it for $25,000. And you have to do the work to it. You have to put the stages in it. You have to do the upgrades to the engine, and most people can't do it themselves. So, you know, they pay somebody to do it. So it's going to cost you money. So if the 114 is what you want, you can, of course, go up in stages on that too. But if the 114 is what you want, and the special is what you want, which will come in more paint colors and all that, if that's what you want, go for it and get it. Spend a little extra money now, and go ahead and get that bike. Because if you settle for something that's $5,000 less, or even $10,000 less, you're going to end up putting that in that bike anyway. And then you're going to be in that bike for what you paid for it, what you added to it, what you did to it, and then it's going to cost you probably close to the same of what you would pay to get that bike you really want. So, my opinion, my advice for what it's worth, is to go ahead and get what you want. Now, I didn't want, when I bought this bike, this is what I wanted. I wanted the Road King standard. I'm not some guy that knows everything about Harleys, because you guys know, like I said many times, I've only been riding Harleys since 2017, 2018, somewhere around in there. So I'm not an expert on that at all, Harleys at all. I'm not an expert on anything. I'm just a guy that's been riding for 30 plus years. And there's just things I know, and there's some things I don't know. But yeah, get that bike that you want. Like I was saying, I wanted this bike. I'm fine with this bike. I am not interested in doing any upgrades to this bike. As far as stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, I'm happy with it the way it is. So I'm going to do a little video, I think, on, about that, and, just my advice and my opinion on what you should get. Get what you want the first time, and then you'll be happier. Because if you go and settle for something that you don't want, and you're going to add money to it, when you go back, you're going to, let's be honest. They don't care what you added to the bike. They don't care, the Willie G stuff or the exhaust or anything like that. They don't care about that. They're going to give you what they say the book says it's worth. That's what you get. Now, some dealerships will give you a little more. I get that. But for the most part, no, you're not going to get your money back out of it. So basically, you're going to lose money because you didn't buy that bike you wanted originally. So get that bike you want originally, and you'll be happier for it. Trust me. And we did also on here, we did put the heat shields to protect your legs a little bit. We did put the bra on here because, I was getting little small scratches on here from my jeans when I'm riding. So that's not really for looks or anything. That's just for protection there. But yeah, that's my theme. What's your theme? Do you guys have a theme on your bike? Do you just leave it basically the way you bought it, or have you added things to it? I know a lot of us do. We add things to it, our own personal touch. And it's nice to see. It's nice to go out and see everybody's own personal touch. To see what they've done to their bikes. But getting back to the Jap bike again, the Kawasaki Vulcan Nomad over here. Yeah, I mean, look at the difference. I mean, yeah, I think this is a nice looking bike. Some of you might disagree, but I think it's a nice looking bike. That's why I bought it. That's why I've owned them. And they're dependable bikes. But let's be honest, nothing beats the Harley over here. It doesn't. You could just do so much with it. And, tell me what you guys have done with yours. If you'll give me a second, I'll put the camera back where it needs to go, and I'll be right back with you. Hang tight. So yeah, I mean, that's my theme. Let me know if I overdid it, if I went a little too much with the Willie G. But like I said, I like it. Everybody does things their way, however they like it. And just personalizing your bike. It's just making it you, making it, what you like. Like I was saying earlier in the video about the Vulcan over here, I mean, I tried to find even just signs. Like, I have signs up behind the Harley. Just signs to put on the opposite side of the garage there, to put above it, and just things of that nature. Yeah, I couldn't find any. I mean, they have a few, but not really a big selection. I looked through and tried to see if I can, change anything, and I really couldn't find anything. And I will say this, when I ordered the Willie G stuff for this, I mean, it was here in a couple days. When I ordered the badges on this, it took me a couple weeks. I had to, the previous owner, I think when he rolled it up onto the trailer, he hit the radiator hose on the bottom, and just slightly had a pinhole in it. And I had to put a new radiator hose on it, and just finding it and then ordering it, it took a long time. Whereas the Harley stuff, you can get it pretty fast. So, but anyway, not a long video. Show me some pics of your bike. Send me some pics of your bike. Tell me what you've done to your bike. How have you personalized it for yourself? And, the Harley is just so easy. It just has a classic look. They all have a classic look to me. They say, well, the Road King has a classic look. I think they all have a classic look. I think Harleys in general just have a classic look. Now, I've heard people complain that the frame looks the same, the link looks the same. It's just a few add-ons here, a few add-ons there, and I get that and I understand that. But when you compare this bike to that bike, to me, there's no comparison. Not putting the Jap bike down, the Kawasaki down, because you guys know I like Kawasaki's. I know I repeat myself, but I do. And I like Hondas. I like those bikes. But I think the Harleys are easier to personalize and make it yours, and they just look better. They just have an overall better look to me. So put it down in the comment section. Let me know what you've done to your bike. Let me know if you. That's another thing. Do you guys like all chrome, or do you like the blackout bike? The blackout bikes, blackout exhaust. You know what? I'm not a big fan of the blackout bikes. I think I had one. That's probably been 5, 6, 7 years ago, and it was okay. But I went back, of course, to the chrome. I like the chrome look, and they say that's going out. That the blacked out bikes are taking over, and I don't think so. I don't see that happening. But do you prefer the chrome or the blacked out? Do you prefer that darker color? What do you prefer? And show me what you did on your. Did you do any of the Willie G? Did you do a specific theme? Did you have a specific paint job? Did you do a custom paint job? I know a lot of guys love the black Harleys. And when I went and looked at this one, was looking for the Road King Standard, the new one. That's something I wanted to stay away from. I did not want to be that guy that had the vivid black Harley. Everybody owns a vivid black Harley, and I'm not knocking you. If you own one, yes, that's fine. It's preference. But to me, it's like I want to be a little more. I want to stand out a little bit more. I want something different. I didn't want the black bike because you see so many of them out there. There's so many black bikes, and they look good. Don't get me wrong. It's just I wanted to go a different direction. That's why we went with the Barracuda Silver, and I think it's an awesome color. Like I said, not putting down anybody that has a black Harley or any black bike. You know, it's all personal preference. Hey guys, we I think on a couple videos back I said we were at like 350 subscribers. We have jumped up to almost 1,000 subscribers, and I just want to tell you guys how much I appreciate you. Subscribing to the channel, and your comments. I'm getting more comments, and I appreciate that, and more likes. Please don't forget, even if you watch the video for 30 seconds, you know, a minute, just hit that like button. You know, that helps out with the channel. It helps out with YouTube, you know, putting us more out there. And but I do really appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody that's jumped on board lately. I really appreciate you. Hope you enjoy our content. And like I've said many a times so far this winter, that we can't wait to get out on the road and get into the mountains and get out riding this spring and summer, so we can take you guys along with us. I think we're going to have a real good time. But anyway, let me know send me some pics. Let me know, you know, what you've done to your bike. I'd like to see them. Also, when we do hit 1,500 subscribers, there will be a giveaway. Not decided yet what it's going to be, but we'll get into more of that, what we're going to give away when that we approach 1,500 subscribers. There will be some giveaway. So subscribe, share. Let's make the channel grow. Again, like, subscribe. I appreciate every one of you that's jumped on board. You guys have a great day. Stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.